Hey guys, and welcome to Curls Dislikes. These are basically videos of things I dislike, so you might agree with them, you might not. With that being said, let's see what today's topic is. Curl dislikes toilet problems with people. Now, I actually was going to call this video Curl dislikes dislikes people and toilets who don't flush the toilet, my bad. But thinking about it, I wanted to make it more into the toilet factor, so I will not add anything else from the bathroom, just the fact that it's just around the toilet, just anything around that toilet. So with that being said, I'm gonna say this is one of the most obnoxious, most repulsive problems I have had in many years of my life, and a lot of you might agree with it. Now here's the thing, every single time, I mostly deal with this a lot, every single time I go to the bathroom, not every single time, I should say majority of the times I go to the bathroom, I have to deal with the fact that people don't flush the toilet. And it's repulsive because sometimes there's puke, sometimes there's feces all over it, sometimes there's piss all over it. Can't you people just clean it? You know, flush the toilet, clean it. It's not hard to just. And if you know you're like allergic or to germs or whatever it is, it's called tissue. They got tissues right here, or right here, or somewhere around there. There has to be tissues. If they don't have tissues, then you could use your foot. You know, if it has the handle, you just kick it down. All right, just kick it down, because this is disgusting, people. I don't know why some people just leave, you know, do their business, leave the toilet, and then somebody else goes in there, and it's just repulsive. And especially if it has a stench all over the area, and it's just like, oh my God. It's one of the most obnoxious things I have dealt with throughout my whole life. Now, sometimes you're in a rush, sometimes you're at work, sometimes you're at school, wherever the problem is. You go there and you see all that, you know, you see a piss or feces in the toilet, and you're just like, and you have to flush the toilet because you're not going to want to do your business there. Now, that's really disgusting. It's one of the most obnoxious things you could ever do. And people don't really do anything about it. I'm just like, you know, a lot of guys have the problem where, you know, they're urinating and they urinate on the toilet. Now that's also disgusting. Now that happens a lot when you have little children, or when you have, you know, or there's kids around. You know, kids like to, you know, urinate on the seat because they don't know how to do it well. You teach them, all right? You just teach them. If they urinate on the seat, you just tell them, grab some tissue and clean around the seat. You don't want that to be there because somebody else is going to come and that's going to be disgusting, and then that, you know, that stains, or and then it smells, or, you know, blah blah blah. You could tell them so much that why that is wrong. Now the funny thing is, it's adults that do this too. It's like, if you do this here, how about in your home? And I have to deal with that in my home, and it's pretty horrible. The fact that my grandma or the old lady doesn't flush the toilet, because it's just horrible. They don't flush the toilet. Now I can understand the old lady because she's like 100 years old, and sometimes she, you know, she does her business and she forgets that the fact that she just went to the bathroom and she just leaves because, you know, and you know, my words are just gone. But it's just horrible, you know. You can understand. The person's old. The person doesn't have the right man. They're forgetful. So, you know, you could do that for them. It's understandable. But it is obnoxious still. But the fact is, my grandma does that too. And it's just like, so, you know, I just see my brothers going down that line too. And it's terrible. It's really terrible because people don't really flush the damn toilet. Now, I'm going to say this much too, it does apply to women too, because I had a lot of women come up to me, it's like, oh, it's really disgusting when, you know, a lot of us don't really sit, we just sit in the air like that, and the toilet's like right here, and we piss. Now here is the main thing I had this, because if you piss and then you tell me that they urinate like that, and then you're telling me also that they urinate on the wall, are you kidding me? How do you urinate on the wall when you're just supposed to do this? Like, yeah, you know, but you're urinating on the wall? That's horrible. Oh my God. That is really disgusting, people. I really dislike it. And another thing is, it's just I don't even want to continue this video anymore, just because how angry I get just thinking about it, how obnoxious it is. You know, one, you gotta clean the toilet around it. Two, you gotta flush the toilet. All right. Three, don't be pissing on the walls or pooping on the walls. This is just terrible. Really, really terrible. And especially if you puke, I can understand you might have not made it to the bathroom in time and you puke all over. At least try to clean it. Because, you know, if I lived with you and you did that and then you just went to your, you know, I'm just gonna look at you like that's really, really disgusting. And especially if you poop on the toilet or on the floor, clean it. Clean it, because that's even worse. There's feces all over. You're just making it worse, especially if it's on the walls. It's just, or you can't clean yourself, and you grab the neck, and let's just say the neck is like this, and then your fingers get, and then you start touching around, and then you start seeing like, why is there feces? And it's just, it's really repulsive, people. It's really repulsive. Really, 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 really repulsive. So I really, really dislike when people have problems with the toilet, because they don't flush, they don't clean it, they don't do nothing, and it's just one of the worst things you can deal with. And I have dealt with majority of my lifetime, and it's horrible, horrible. With all that being said, I have a special thanks to Ricardo Sorto from West New York. Thank you for supporting me, and until next time, guys.